Hey, morning everybody. Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel here at Turbo Talon Golf, where I play golf inside my garage to prove how damn hard golf is. It's early, guys. It's 5 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just getting stuff loaded up here. I'm gonna play around before work. I'll probably be a little late. But most mornings I wake up and the first thing I think about is golf. The last thing I think about before I go to bed is golf. And this morning was no different. But I happened to have the energy and the wherewithal to get up and play this morning. I do have a kind of an interesting story from work yesterday. The cubicle farm that I sit in at the place I work is full of retired military dudes, Air Force, Army. Our manager is former Marine. And we talk about golf a lot, and we talk about golf quite loudly. And it's no secret that we all golf. There's another guy opposite the cubicle, so over the wall, like if you were sitting at your cubicle and threw something over, I would hit him. Not going to say his name. He's a friend of mine, but yesterday he made a strange comment. I was talking about a round I played a couple of weeks ago. It's one of the videos I recorded at Valley View Golf Club up in Layton. And I said, yeah, I scored a 98. I kind of want another go at it, and I want to see if I can go lower. And he said, wait a minute, dude. You've got tens of thousands of dollars invested into this simulator. You've bought 2 new sets of clubs in a year, 2 new drivers. You got that fancy-ass putter. And he said, you're still scoring in the high 90s on the golf course? And I just had to say, he's a bit of a golf elitist. He's been playing since he was a kid. I said, first of all, dude, I've been golfing seriously for like a year now. I'm proud of the scores I'm putting down outside. I'm putting in the work. I'm recording the footage and watching my swing videos, and I'm doing what I can. And there wasn't any hostility. I was just like, like, think about what you're saying. It's absurd. I've been golfing for a year, and I'm still posting scores in the 90s at some of the hardest courses in northern Utah. Like, yeah, dude, I'm pretty proud of that. It wasn't hostile. We weren't going to go out in the parking lot or nothing. But I was just trying to kind of drill down like what he was getting at. And I said, so if some like Saudi prince decides he wants to start golfing and gets a full like Tiger Woods style simulator built and buys the most expensive fitted clubs on the planet and has the best golf balls that money can buy, like he should be a scratch golfer in like 90 days. I said, like, what are you getting at? It's not like there's a graph and the amount of money spent decreases how long it takes for you to get to a 10 handicap or scratch or whatever. I said, dude, nothing you're saying is making sense right now. And he's like, yeah, I get it. Maybe I should have thought about what I was saying before I said it, but it was just a strange interaction. Like, just because I went ham and got this simulator and bought some new golf clubs, like I should be shooting scratch after a year. It was strange to me, and I don't think really either of us were kind of, I don't know. It was just weird, and it's early, so forgive my Forgive my lack of vernacular and vocabulary this morning. At any rate, time's a ticking. I haven't warmed up. I'm guessing the first few holes of whatever we're about to play are going to be rough. Let's get all these windows set up. It's 5 a.m. here and it feels warm in here. Let's see what the temperature is. It is 75 degrees in here at 5:08 a.m. Utah time. Enough jibber jabber. Let's see what we got for the sim golf tournaments here. I can't play that. Okay, we got the 2-foot Gimme League, Solitude Shootout, Solitude Links Golf Course. Let's check out the vitals here. Okay, 2-foot Gimme Auto Putts, and then black tees. So we're looking at about 6,700 yards total course length. Saturday pins. Green firmness is normal with a stimp of 11. Fairway firmness is normal with a calm wind. And then the tournament's at, let's call it 500 feet because that's the part of my spreadsheet I'll be using. All right, let's get this loaded up. All right, looks like we're about loaded in here. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. I see a lot of lateral hazards, though, right out of the gate. Also, thank you to my lovely wife for making me this coffee this morning. She does that and a whole bunch of stuff before she even starts to get ready for work. She's a wonderful woman, and I love her very much. I can't believe she puts up with my crap. Okay, enough of the googly talk here. Just absolutely gorgeous course here, guys. Unbelievable. I'm super fortunate to be able to do something like this before work. Okay, that's clearly not the way we're supposed to go. This is clearly the fairway. Let's zoom out here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into this fairway for a couple of shots. I'm guessing this is a par 5. Over to this, it's essentially an island or a peninsula fairway, and then we're gonna go over to this green. This is certainly different than I'm used to. This is kind of cool, but based on the fact that I've had no warm up or anything like that, I'm I'm guessing we're about to put a ball in the water. But let's find out together. Let's go on this journey together. If we can just get her over there, right? All right, we're fine. Looks like it was off the toe, and you guys, after my long struggle with Healy slice shots, I'll take something off the toe all day, especially at 5 a.m. straight out of bed, because now we got 200 yards over to this green. Verbal pause where I say and to right. Let's see if we can get a 7-wood over there. Let's see if fortune smiles upon us this morning, or if we're gonna put a ball in the water. I gotta get my practice swings in here in real time, guys, so forgiveth me. Maybe we'll land on that bridge. That was a really bad shot, but that's fine. Oh, look at this drop it's gonna give us. Oh, I love it, dude. So after a good drive and a crummy approach, it's given us this lovely drop here that I can't really even complain about. Looks like the green's slightly above us and it's breaking from left to right. 32, that looks fine. Let's see if we can get this in close to the cup and maybe get out of here with a par after that horrible closed face shot there with the 7 wood. Oh, that's looking real good, guys. Maybe I didn't actually wake up. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'm dreaming. All right, where's the old putter? Cover's still on it. I'm gonna be super late for work this morning. Maybe I'll just use some PTO. This should be a ringer, but okay. What the hell? Okay. I'm normally not this giggly in the morning, but let's see. What do we got here? Just need to get over to this landing area, over a tree. Oh, I should have stretched. Okay, that should be in the fairway. Not a bad shot. What do we got going on here? 150 to the pin. Got a bit of a tailwind too. That was fat. Damn it. If you're playing bogey golf out of a dead sleep, I mean, can you really complain? I think it's pretty hard to complain. Footer. Holy crap. Oh, man. Get in the hole. Okay, bogey golf. That HLA. Boy, the replay on the lab software makes your putts look real bad. What do we got going on here? Man, water everywhere and not a drop to drink. You got to go over trees here. Can't drive the green or you're going to hit this house structure. It's almost like you need to hit a little fader. Let's hit the 7 wood here, because if I get a hold of the 3 wood, there is some chance that it's going to go in the water. I mean, there's a chance this might go in the water. It's early. Let's find out. That should play just fine. We're right there at the $150 stick. Pin is at the back of the green. I don't love it. Let's just get on the green here. No getting cute. Let's at least give ourselves a chance though. Let's hit our 140-ish club. Maybe a soft 7-iron because I am not warmed up. Slightly choked down 7-iron. Get left. Long putt, but it's a putt. And it's 55 feet without not counting slope. I'm trying to imagine the arc this will take with that right to left. 55 feet plus some slope. Didn't quite hit it. 10-footer. Let's go about a cup and a quarter, cup and a half out here. What was the HLA was absolutely god awful on that shot. All right, I think that's a double. Nope, just a regular ass bogey. What was that, a par 5? Bogey golf, guys. Bogey golf's good golf. Okay, 211 yard par 3. I wouldn't say this range is my strong suit. I don't think this range is a lot of people's strong suit, honestly. If you can put a ball on a green at 200 yards, you're doing pretty well, you know. Just don't be wet. Just don't be wet. All right, guys, I am real happy with that shot. Pretty good trajectory. Slightly in to out, which is what we want to see on all of our clubs. Not putter. Putter needs to be on a perfectly straight plane, but as you can see, that's a lot easier said than done, and I'm still getting a feel for this lab putter. HLA wasn't too bad most of the time with the Seymour, and that's a good putter. Okay, that wasn't a bad shot. A little too long, a couple of yards too long, and then it took a kind of a crappy bounce. I recommend you putt right here. Get in that hole. Okay, it's gonna make us putt. These greens seem a little firmer than normal. Yeah, normal firmness. It's fine. Kind of want to dribble this in here. Oh my goodness. How, dude? All right, we're doing all right. We'll get it back. I don't know if this course is, I mean, I would assume this course is sort of difficult. If I was playing a course that looked like this in real life, right, where there's a lot of water and there's a lot of blind shots and trees, and like if I hit a stinger, these trees in the horizon are gonna knock it down, right? And I gotta hit 220 just to get to the fairway, which shouldn't be an issue. but now that I've verbalized it out loud, it might be an issue. Okay, that's fading to the right. It might be all right. It might screw us. I think we're blocked out. Uh, 150. Guys, I'm just gonna do something stupid and just go right for it. Feels like we took quite a penalty out of that rough. 130 carry, 185 carry. So yeah, we took a 50-yard penalty. Allegedly it was 21%. I don't buy anything that this last shot thing says anymore. This ball's gonna come in a little hot. Wanting to break left or right. We gotta not really cream this ball too much here. That didn't come in that hot at all. Graphics card's not really digging what's going on here. I can see some stuttering. 14-footer with some slope. It's gonna make us putt again. Two-foot gimme circle is, I think, a lot closer to real life than some of these other gimme circles. Okay, bogey's fine. That double bogey before, though, not a huge fan of it. 234 to the pin. It's a par 3. This course is not screwing around, I'm starting to see. Let's get as close as we can with a 7-wood, and it's just going to have to be close enough. Thanks again to For Golf's Sake for suggesting that I get a 7-wood. This has been a very useful club both in the simulator and on the real golf course. Go grab yourself a used one. Okay, that's a little draw, but worst case scenario, we're in the bunker. Maybe on the fringe. First cut, second cut, I can't tell. And then hopefully we can get this ball up here. You can see that the green's multi-tiered. We've got to get it up or we're gonna be in trouble, which could be said for a lot of things in life. You choose how to interpret what I just said. So I need to get this to the pin. Roll back. Looks like I'm on the other side. This is a weird little lie. Little 8-footer. What was the HLA? It was okay. We're on track to shoot a high 80s here. I don't know if this course is just difficult or if it's just too early in the morning. This course isn't easy. I will tell you that. Let's try to get over here on this fairway. I think these TP5 Pix balls are about ready to be retired. see what happens. At least get up near the fairway. That felt not off the, that felt heely or something. 250 to the pin. A lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of topography here, guys. Lots of trees, lots of bunkers, lots of just everything going on. Three wood, through the tree, into the sand. I'll take that distance. We're closer to the pin. Do I wish we weren't in the sand? Sure. But we carried 209, and then the ball rolled an additional few yards. We're not short-sighted. We're looking good here. Let's take a look at these greenside bunker stats. Game carry was 24.6. Lab carry was 38. That's not a 19% difference. This is well established at this point, but I like to keep pointing it out. Hopefully GS Pro fixes something in a future update. Or we're reading the numbers wrong, I'm not sure. I still gotta watch Hazel Rocket's video on this. That did nothing I intended it to do. Granted, my HLA was two degrees to the right. I feel like that should have done something a little bit different. 10-footer. Okay, we're once again outside the circle. Another crazy little putt here. This is absurd. At this point, this is just absurd. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Jeez, what's that, a triple, quad? All right. This is starting to feel like my round on Sunday at, oh no. We've got an island green here. Okay, we don't got to get to it though. It's just not zoomed out. We can go this way. Seven wood in hand. .130 to the pin. Let's hit a 130. 136 to the pin. Let's hit a 130 club. Got some wind blowing. We want to land right here. Maybe a little to the left. Looks like the green does some weird stuff. Thing got a little fadey slicey there at the end. Was off the heel. Yeah, this course isn't messing around. 38 feet plus a foot. I just can't hit anything hard enough here. And now that I know that I can miss a 6-inch putt, it's even a little bit more nerve-wracking. 9-footer. Oh, I just cannot put a ball in the cup. Bogey, bogey, bogey. If I did cool special effects in my video, I'd have a little train leaving the station sound for that. Pretty narrow landing area here, and it's a 400-yard par 4. Let's let the 7-wood do its magic. Hopefully it doesn't pull to the left. Should be at least close to the fairway, maybe on it. Those little markers are cool. The more shots I play on the course, the more I can see that this would give a lot of golfers fits. Let's get in there. So we need to go 191. I probably don't need to go quite that far. We've got a bunker in front of the green, so we don't want to be too short. All right, that's fading a little bit. It'll be on the green, but a lot of work to do. It kind of went over to the left. 30 plus feet out. Down 10 inches, so this only needs to go about 20 something feet of feel here. All right, stop. You guys can see how these small gimme circles take. They take, well, let me rephrase it. They add strokes because these are very missable putts here. An 8-footer is very missable. In fact, you're going to miss this putt most of the time. A beginner golfer is going to miss an 8-foot putt most of the time. And by most, I mean 51 or better % of the time, right? Okay, 216-yard par 3, well-protected green. We got some wind blowing. Let's get the old 7-wood out and get it as close as we can. Maybe, hopefully too far and not in one of the bunkers. That's actually looking real good. It's gonna run out though. Sit. You guys have no idea how nice it is to be able to make a shot like that. I'd say slicing the golf ball has been one of my biggest nemesis since I started golfing was slicing the ball. Okay, I couldn't get it there and then just overshot it by like 10 yards. Ball's still going. I don't know what my deal is this morning. Uphill putt. 17 feet feel. I don't know. And then GS Pro didn't give us a break. There's another stroke on the scorecard. 425 yards here. I can't fly the second fairway. Let's hit 7-wood again. Okay, we're gonna have another 200 to the pin, but the pin's close to the water. I hate laying up on a par 4. 207 to the pin. Let's hit 7 wood again and see what happens. Man, how do I keep doing that? Maybe choke down a smidge on her. It's dying a little bit to the left. Sit, don't go in the water. I'll take that. Rough. 8 up, 3 right, 22. Roll out, don't make me putt. I suck at putting this morning. How you gonna do this to a gangsta? What time is it? Man, time flies when you're having fun. I'm gonna leave this in the cup. Because it doesn't matter where I aim anyway. All right, got out of there with a Parsky. We're still playing a little bit worse than bogey golf, like 1.1 bogey golf here. Let's try to hit this fairway. Kind of do need to have a good shot here. Could hit the 7 wood, 3 wood or driver here and probably get over there, but you ain't living if you're not hitting your driver. Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna be hitting out of the deep rough. Pretty steep penalty out of there. I'm thinking 175 plus club here. Let's take a 5-iron. I can't be in here all morning. I'm having a good time, but I do got to go to work at some point. Super fat shot. We're going to be hitting out of the rough again, deep rough again. What even happened there? Just very fat. You would have taken a hell of a divot there. Sand wedge out of this deep rough. I apologize, I do need to start hurrying a little bit here. Get up, roll up. Oh, it's rolling, not rolling up, it's rolling the opposite direction of up. Let's grab the putter, hit the fast forward bar here. Okay, yeah, we were on a steep, steep hill. .35 plus 24. I mean, we're looking at 60 footer here. Graphics card is not on board. I'm just gonna hit this ball 9 something feet here. Walked out of there with another bogue. Maybe if I spend more money, I'll be better at golf. Let's see here. A lot of water here on the left. What do we got to do to get to the fairway? If we get to the fairway, we'll still have 260 to the pin. I'm guessing this is a par 5. Let's aim. Right's not so bad. Left, you're taking a penalty stroke. And Lord knows where your GS Pro is going to have your drop be. That's fine, it ain't wet. I'm guessing a lot of people's golf balls land right there. 230. Okay, we got a mile to go to the pin. Let's get up here with a cute little 7 wood. TaylorMade QI10 7 wood. It's not the max version. Maybe if I spent more money and got the max version, I'd be better at golf. If you guys aren't picking up what I'm saying, check the beginning of the video out. There's a whole monologue. I am not saying I'm a bad golfer. I am a beginner golfer. Let's just listen to the monologue at the beginning of the video. That'll help you a lot. 67. We want to land a little right, it looks like. There's your shot. Did it again. I need a bigger table here. That's probably long. Sit, roll back, roll back. There you go, baby. Roll, keep on coming. Go right in that cup. Get right in that cup. We'll take that. First and probably only birdie of the day. Tweet, tweet. All right, 120. Par 3 here. There's really no reason you can't get near the pin, but famous last words, right? Let's hit a pitching wedge, which should be close, perhaps a bit short. And perhaps a bit right. What was my club face open? A little bit. Deep rough, short, slightly short-sighted on the pin. Roll back. Seven-footer here, maybe a half or a quarter cup to the left. Are we playing bogey golf yet? Okay, we're playing better than bogey golf with that par and the birdie we had earlier. Zane George, still nowhere near the top of the leaderboard. That's probably more of a next season thing. You guys can see OB on the right, water on the left. Hitting driver here is, I wouldn't say the smartest move you could make. Going with the 7 wood. Luckily it's coming back. That'll be just fine. 230, which is strangely how far my driver goes on occasion. Next couple of shots are going to be no different than the first. There's danger everywhere. Let's advance the ball again with the 7 wood because of its, I want to, in quotation marks, say accuracy, and that's mostly because of the person holding the club, not because of the club. All right, that was a miss hit off the heel. That really sucks after a beautiful drive. That's lame. Drop the ball. We don't have time to really dink around. Let's advance the ball up again. That really stinks, guys. Should be playing out of the sand. Took a 1-stroke penalty there. Luckily it's a par 5. Let's try to get up near the pin and get out of here with minimal damage. What's this for bogey? Okay, if we can drain this, it's for bogue. It's moving a little bit, maybe quarter to quarter to half cup to the left here, and we need to hit it 8.5 feet. All right, GS Pro let our putt fall there, thankfully. Luckily, we're about here to the end of the round. I gotta get ready for work. 210-yard par 3, 7 wood. Okay, it's drifting over to the right, but honestly, we might get a little members bounce. No members bounce. I'll take that all day. I'll take being 20 yards out from the cup on a 210-yard par 3 any day. Getting that cup. That was really close to holing out. Let's see if we can get out of here with a par after that missed shot to the right, which I shouldn't even call it that. That was actually a really good shot. 5-footer. Little slippery little turd. All right, 17th hole. We're shooting better than bogey now, slightly. 17th hole, you got the cart path on the right and the lateral hazard on the left. I don't want to be over here in these trees, but I don't mind being over here near the cart path. There is some long grass. There's no reason to hit driver here with a 330-yard par 4. And if your 7 wood is fairly accurate, you don't always have to hit driver. It's fading a little bit. We should be just fine. $210 yards there, leaving us 130 into the pin. Pin position's not too bad. I can see this green slopes from right to left. That's without using the heat map. Maybe land the ball like right there. So let's hit a 9-iron here. That was thin. We might be all right. Flung the ball over to the right a little bit. 8 yards offline. And we got a funky putt here. A very funky putt. "40 feet of feel here. It might get up in there. Very close putt. Very close putt. Another Parsky. All right, guys, it's 18th hole here at Solitude Links. Just gorgeous course. Gorgeous course. I would say for some players, this semi-blind tee shot here is a little bit unsettling. You got lateral hazard on the left and OB on the right. I would rather be in a bunker than take any stroke penalty here. Really too narrow for comfort. It's a par 5. Let's smash the 7 wood again and hopefully put this somewhere in play. And if it ain't in play, hopefully it's to the left in the hazard. Okay, I think we'll be just fine. Probably not fairway, but we just bounced out of the deep rough into the regular rough. 220 there with the 7 wood. That's really all you can expect. And as we get closer to the hole, you'll see the lateral hazard on the left starts to subside, but that ever looming OB is always there. I'm gonna hit a 7 wood again. If we take a bogey on this hole, so be it. It's better than the 2-stroke penalty from the OB. I feel like that was a bit heely. But another 210, can't complain. And then what do we got left into the pin here? 140 into a pretty large green. You can see the pins on the middle left. It's tucked. It's not a sucker pin, but I'm just gonna go straight at it and see what happens with my 130 club. Okay, that's heading due right. It should be on the green or at least on the fringe, and it's not out of bounds. We've got a birdie look here, but that's a pretty loose terminology. It's so far away, I'm gonna hit a 58 degree. Okay, couldn't have done it better myself. Here's the scorecard. It is time for this old man to go get ready for work. 84 on a 71. Lot of bogeys. There you have it. I'll take that score. That was not an easy course, and I think we put at least 1 ball in the water. No balls went OB. No balls were harmed in the making of this film. Okay, I appreciate you guys watching. I got to get to work. We'll see you in the next video. You guys have a good one.